Hello and welcome to my channel Shimna Study Corner. In today's video, we are going to discuss the story titled His First Flight in the third unit of your Class 10 NCERT textbook, First Flight. If you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. Hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video is uploaded. Furthermore, watch the video without skipping to be benefited to the full extent. Unit 3 of First Flight, titled Two Stories About Flying, contains two different parts. The first part being his first flight, which we are going to discuss in this video now. And the second part is Black Airplane. You can find the link to my video on the Black Airplane in the description box below. Now, let's get going. His First Flight by Liam O'Flaherty. Liam O'Flaherty was a major Irish novelist, short story writer, and must be ranked as one of the foremost socialist writers in the first part of the 20th century, writing about the common people's experience from their perspective. Now, let's move on to the chapter. First, let's go through an overview of the story. The story is about a young seagull who is scared to fly. All his younger siblings, despite their much shorter wings, flew fearlessly, while he could not gather the courage to trust his own wings. Finally, his mother manages to cajole him to fly, and she becomes successful in helping him to get rid of his fear. Now, let's move on to the detailed explanation of the chapter. When the story begins, the young seagull was alone on his ledge. As we have already seen, the seagull was very scared to fly. His brothers and younger sister had already started to fly. Whenever he tries to fly, he would run forward to the brink or edge of the ledge. Brink, the word brink means edge. And then he runs to the edge of the ledge and he tries to flap his wings. But then he becomes scared. Okay, now what made him scared? The height of the cliff is what scared him off. The cliff was so high, and down below there was a great expanse of ocean. So this height scared him. He was quite sure that his wings were not strong enough to support his body. So when this thought came to his mind, he would bend his head and run away back to his hole on the cliff. How much ever he tried, he was not able to muster up the courage to take that plunge. Here the word muster up means to gather. Okay, muster up means to gather, and plunge means leap. Plunge means leap. So how much ever he tried, he was not able to gather the courage to take that leap from the top of the cliff. His mother and father tried to encourage him to fly by calling him shrilly, by upbraiding him, and even threatening to let him starve on his ledge. So the parents tried out many different ways to make him fly. What did they do? They called out to him shrilly. The word shrilly means sharply. The word shrilly means sharply. They also upbraided him. Upbraid means to scold. The word upbraid means to scold. So they did that also, and they even threatened him to let him starve on his ledge. They even said that he would starve to death on his ledge if he didn't start to fly. That means they made it very clear that they wouldn't bring him food unless and until he starts to fly. But in spite of all these efforts from the parents' side, he could not fly. In spite of all these efforts, the little bird found it difficult to start off his flight. Now all these things happened 24 hours ago. It said that since then nobody had come near him. That means it had been 24 hours or one whole day since he was left all alone on the cliff. So where were the other family members all this time? The whole day the parents were helping his brothers and sister to improve their art of flight which they had acquired. The parents were teaching the little ones the different tactics of flying and catching fish. From the top of the cliff, the little seagull even saw his brother catching his first herring. Herring is a kind of fish. Okay, so from the top of the cliff where he was sitting, he saw that his brother was catching a fish, the first fish, and then he was also eating it up. Devour means to eat it up. He also noticed that his parents were very proud of his brother. because they were raising a proud cackle. Cackle is actually the kind of sound which seagulls make. So they were very happy about their son's achievement, and they were raising a proud cackle to appreciate the little bird. And throughout the morning, the whole family, except the little scared bird, was there on a big plateau opposite the cliff on which the bird was sitting. And he felt that his whole family members were trying to taunt him with his cowardice. Taunt means to tease. The word taunt means to tease. And cowardice means his lack of bravery. So a whole day passed like this, and now it was the next morning. Okay, the sun was now ascending the sky, means the sun was now rising in the sky. Ascend means to rise. And now, as the sun rose, the heat also increased. This heat on the cliff also increased, and now this bird was feeling the heat. Not just because of the heat, it was also because he was quite weak, as he had not had anything right from the previous nightfall. After waiting for more than 24 hours on the cliff, he understands that there is no point in waiting anymore, because he gets to know that his parents are not going to come to him with the food. So what does he do? He steps out to the brink of the ledge. The word brink, as I told you earlier, means edge. And then what did he do? He stood there on the ledge in the peculiar way that seagulls do. He stood on one leg, and he closed his eye, and he pretended to be falling asleep. He wanted to grab the attention of his parents. So he did this. He went to the edge of the cliff. He stood there on one leg, and he pretended to be falling asleep. But even after doing this, his parents did not notice him. Did not take any notice of him. He could see that his two brothers and his sister were lying on the plateau. They were dozing. Dozing means to take a very short nap. So his siblings were doing that. What was his father doing? His father was preening the feathers on his white back. To preen means to arrange. So his father was arranging his feathers on his back, and the only person who was noticing this bird was his mother. So it said that she was standing on a little hump on the plateau. Here hump means a little raised floor. Okay, and her white breast thrust forward. So this is how she was standing. And then what happened? The little seagull notices that there was a fish at his mother's feet, and she was eating it. She was staring at the fish, and then she was eating it, and then scraping each side of her beak on the rock, the typical way in which the birds behave. Now, as he saw the food, he was quite maddened. Why was he maddened? Because he was starving. He has not had anything for 24 long hours. So he was thinking, like, he loved to tear the food that way, and he wanted to scrape his beak that way. And why does these birds scrape their beaks? They do this thing in order to whet it. Here, the meaning of the word whet is to sharpen. As the young bird sees the food, he reaches the limit of his patience. He could no longer bear his hunger, and he started crying out, begging his mother to bring some food to her. But she was not ready to bring the food, and she was screaming back at him as if she was blaming him, saying that he was stupid, he was not brave. The word derisively means in a manner showing someone that he or she is a stupid. But the bird did not give up. It kept on crying plaintively. Plaintively means in a sorrowful manner. He kept on crying plaintively, and suddenly his sorrowful cry turned into a joyful scream. Now, what was the reason for that happiness in him? He saw his mother picking up a piece of fish, and she had started to fly towards him with that piece of fish. So he believed that his mother was going to give him some food. He was excited and eagerly waiting for her to reach near him. He was tapping on the rock with his feet to show his excitement. And she came flying to him. But what happened? Suddenly, she stopped. When she was just opposite to him, she halted. Halted means stopped. And her wings were motionless. She was no longer flying towards him. The piece of fish that he was waiting for was there, just within the reach of his beak. He waited. He was surprised. And he wondered why his mother did not come closer to him. But what happened? For a split second, he forgot about his fear. His hunger overpowered his fear and he simply dived for the fish. So, obviously, what would happen? He would fall down. He fell down from the cliff. He screamed as he fell downwards. And then what happened? He became terrified. The terror he experienced is described as monstrous. It is called a monstrous terror. He was so terrified that he felt that his heart stood still, it wouldn't work, and he couldn't hear anything also. So, that was because of his fear. But this terror lasted only for a minute. And what happened after that 1 minute? He felt his wings spread outwards. His wings were spread. He was no longer falling downwards. Instead, he was soaring. The word soar means to fly. Once he started to fly, his fear disappeared. He started flapping his wings and he started flying upwards. So his mother also started crying out with happiness. It was not just his mother, but all the members of his family, including his father, siblings, etc., encouraged him for his success. His siblings were appreciating him by flying around him in different ways. That is, they were curveting, they were banking, they were soaring. All these are different tactics of flying. So they were doing all these things in order to appreciate their younger brother. Once he started to fly, he gained confidence. Now he had a confidence that he could do it, and he also tried to do these various techniques like diving and soaring all by himself. So he was also very happy that he started shrieking. He was showing his happiness by making loud noises. Earlier, he had been scared of the ocean, but now when he is flying above the ocean, he could see that vast greenness of the ocean beneath him, and this excited him. Now he could fly, and the sight of the ocean did not. Now, all the family members were flying, soaring, and expressing their happiness at this little bird's achievement. And his parents and his brothers and sister, the rest of the family members landed on the green flooring ahead of him. That means before him. Now, what is this green flooring? Green flooring refers to the ocean. So, all of them had landed on the ocean. They were floating on the ocean before this bird landed on the surface of the ocean. And they were beckoning him to join them. Beckon means to call. So they were calling him to join them on the surface of the ocean. So as expected from him, he drops his legs to stand on the green sea. But what happened once his legs touch on the surface of the ocean, he starts sinking. He becomes a little bit scared when this happens. He screams with fright and he tries to fly once again by flapping his wings. But what happened? We already know that this little seagull was weak from hunger. He has not had any food for 24 long hours. So because of that exhaustion, even though he tried to fly, he couldn't do it. So what happened then? As he was too tired to fly anymore, he sank back into the ocean. But he notices that only his feet sinks into the sea. Once his belly touches the ocean, he doesn't sink anymore. From then on, he starts floating. So now he had overcome the fear of sinking into the ocean also. So now this bird had overcome all sorts of fear that he had in his mind. And now his family was there around him screaming and praising him for his achievement. And they were offering him food, scraps of dogfish. Dogfish is a kind of fish, and they were offering him food for his success. So finally, the bird has overcome his fear and he has done his first flight. So I hope all of you have understood this chapter and I hope this video has been useful to you. If it has been useful, please let me know by commenting in the comment box below. Thanks for watching my channel, and if you find this channel useful, definitely do subscribe. Also, share it to your friends who would be in need of all these things. For more videos, please do subscribe Shimna Study Corner. Like, share and comment on this video. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.